Name a city with overhyped food. Oh, Lord, you biting your lips on that one. You said that like you were about to break hearts.
They might come for me. They might come for me.
All right, well, all of our answers are locked in here. So, Arde, talk to me here.
I gotta say, honestly, and this is probably blasphemy because I am from California, but it's gotta be Los Angeles. I feel like Los Angeles has some of the most overhyped food, has the most unnecessary, like 3-hour lines that those TikTokers are always posting about for some cold ass ramen or some basic ass sandwiches.
Ash is, your mouth is agape. I am so sorry. You are shooketh. Let's see what Law's got cooking up over here because they look like they about to break hearts with this.
Please don't come for me. I think New York City has overhyped food. I think everyone's trying to make a deconstructed version of everything. You're gonna get a burger served by a chef with 2 black leather gloves on, and it's gonna be $37 with lighting fixtures hanging out the ceiling.
I'm sorry, producer Kai, could we just kick him out the game? Please, could we just kick him out the game? That's crazy. Well, although I'm pissed about that answer, and I think a lot of people are too, we're gonna have to see what our panelists has to say, see if there are any matches there that I am not happy about. All right, come on, Ash, calm me down, please.
It's Dallas. I'm sorry. Your barbecue is not good. Okay, I'm sorry. Y'all said this place, that place. I tried all the places. They were nasty. I'm gonna go to Houston and mind my business, my black business at that. Let me just talk real quick. LA has some good food. Okay, I'm in NorCal, but LA got some good food. You just gotta go to the right places. It is expensive, but it's worth it. We got Roscoe's.
That's the first one that you said was Roscoe's. That's the first. You really, you perpetuated stereotypes.
I don't got Roscoe's in NorCal.
Well, unfortunately, Dallas isn't a match here with our 2 major cities with overhyped quotations food, but good answer, and I tend to agree with you. We're gonna have to go to our next panelist to see what they have cooking. All right,
there's only one city that could mess up pizza, and that city be New York City.
Let's go there!
Damn.
I'm sorry, mess up pizza? You're talking about the city that invented pizza?
Literally the city that invented pizza. I'm sorry. Are you in Rome, Italy right now?
That's a different type of pizza. That is not pizza. We're talking about the legendary za. I'm flabbergasted today. This is insane. It's a match. I'm not happy about it. I don't want to hear anymore. Chaos, please.
Look. I have such an attitude right now, but I'm not gonna let the New York come out just yet because we're not gonna do that. But I actually said Las Vegas.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
Now, if you want to talk about spending $37 for a shake, that's what we're doing in Vegas.
Okay, talk to me. What is a city with overhyped food?
I'm gonna catch hands from a lot of people in my community, but Chicago. You want to talk about a city that ruined pizza? Chicago. What the hell am I eating? I'm eating soup.
I didn't ask for lasagna. Tell them again.
I didn't order that. I ordered a pizza.
Thank you. I'm loving this answer, and the disrespect on New York is insane. So I'm glad, Mickey, you're with me on that one. But unfortunately, not a match with our contestants who weren't able to get them some points up there on this question. Without further ado, it's time for y'all to think in sync. Run that timer. Sweet or sour? Airbnb or hotel? Megan Thee Stallion or Nicki Minaj? Online or offline?
Ooh.
Sonic or Mario? Juneteenth or 4th of July? Fame or fortune?
That's a weird question.
Flowers or butterfly?
Look.
Guitar or piano? Remote or...
No!
Wow.
Wow.
Did they go 3-0 and then miss everything after that? Wow.
Every single one after that.
We were doing so good. I don't know where things went wrong.
I think we all know. I think we do know.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do.
The elephant in the room is the question that was 4th of July or Juneteenth is where it all went downhill.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
We should probably end the show right now, right? It was just roll credits.
You gotta talk to me. What happened here? It felt like y'all were.
Is Mike Shadow Room?
Yeah,
okay.
Sean said.
Who
Who is the freak monster POS mad person jerk who's gonna put Juneteenth against 4th of July when you've got this panel?
I mean, I'll be honest. That's kind of a layup right there, Sean.
Oh,
I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Lock in and see if y'all can think in sync, okay? Blank Smith.
What?
No eyeballing. And black people, I swear to God, if you start moving your eyebrows, I'm gonna kill the feed. All right? Blank Smith.
Man. I mean,
Hey, all answers are in here. Let's
right.
see. I'm really excited to see these responses.
I'm
here.
nervous. I'm not gonna lie.
I am too.
All right, Matt.
Can I change my answer?
No.
So I watched.
Okay.
I watched Hancock like 2 weeks ago. So it's Will Smith.
Will Smith.
Oh man.
Yeah, I
Good
mean,
answer.
it's pretty. I felt it was good.
It was good. It was good. You
could
went
go
with your
on
gut.
Yeah, I could go with
last name
Stan
happens
Smith,
to be Smith.
Agent Smith,
Okay.
John Smith. There's a lot of Smiths.
There's a
There
lot of
are a
Smiths.
lot
The
of
Will is the one you put, and honestly, I'm really proud of you, man. It was unexpected, really, out of all of
I know,
the,
it was a
all of
weird
the
one,
Will.
right?
You know, you 10
know?
out of 10.
Thank you. I know
Okay.
that was probably like the least likely one to be put.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
100%.
Geechee, talk to me. Blank Smith.
So first of all, let me just say Will Smith is a fantastic answer. I have adopted him as my fake dad, so thank you for the family shout out.
Okay.
But my brain immediately went to Pocahontas, and I put John Smith as my answer. Also, that's like a default. You know, you have like Jane.
But
Doe,
Daddy, I
John Doe,
love
John
him.
Smith. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I went with John Smith.
John
the
That's
first thing
not a
that
bad one
came to
either.
mind.
I have a
had that
question.
thought too.
One second, everybody. Can I go full cam for a second?
Yeah.
I just want to talk to chat for a second. I just feel as if the contestants might have switched their answers.
Right.
It's just it's giving
went like this.
inversion. It's giving. I would have thought Matt for that and Geechee, but it's fine. It's fine.
Right.
All right, panelists, talk to me.
Kai, we
So-
can hear
Messed
you.
up.
We can hear you, dude.
Messed up because you think I would go with John Smith.
all right, Christine.
I
Let
get
me
it.
hear ya. Blank Smith.
So,
Christine.
give me a second. Give me a second. I will say my answer is Will Smith.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the right
Yeah.
answer. He was the
I went
genius.
Will. I went
Will.
Will.
It's a go-to.
I was like,
it makes sense.
Immediately ran through the database of the family. If it wasn't going to be Will, it was going to be one of the rest of them. So
Beautiful answer. That is a point for Matt. Okay, Plat A. Where we at, Platty? Blank
Will 2K
Smith.
is still one of the best songs ever. So Will Smith, Will 2K.
Wow.
Will 2K.
Whoa, Will 2K is crazy. Can I get some Will 2K in chat
Nice.
for a point for
okay.
Matt?
And Matt was dancing there too. Okay. Okay.
Oh
All
my
right.
gosh.
Okay, Asia. Blank Smith. What we got?
I just want to say that when you grow up a certain way,
Okay.
you have some experiences that you share with other people. And one of those is saying John Smith.
You're kidding.
Yeah,
That's fair.
because, yeah, because we're the
Wow.
singers of the group, actually. So, you think you own whatever land you land on. And that's
The
and that's
earth
where-
is
where-
just a dead thing you can claim.
Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Go.
Okay. Wow, a point for
Wow.
Geechee.
That's
Let's
pretty
go.
good.
Wow. All right. Okay, here we go.
We're still
Last
in
but
it. We're still in
certainly not least, because we want to see what these points are going to look like as we get into our fast money baby round. So, Majin,
Okay.
Blank Smith.
So like when I saw the initial question, I started thinking about Jackie Chan for some reason. So I was trying to find like this again.
I
Asian
don't.
Smith. Never mind. Don't worry about what I'm thinking. I said Will Smith.
Will Smith.
Yeah.
There it is. Another point.
You got there.
Wow.
Nice, dude.
I swear I thought he was going to put Jaden. I swear I thought he was going to put Jaden.
Yo, what is up, everybody? Hello, hello, and welcome to another fantastic episode of Sane Brain. I am so excited. The only game show where it pays to have maybe problematic answers. I'm not sure. It definitely doesn't pay, but it's still fun to see you look like a fool. Anyway, I'm excited to have y'all here. I'm your host, Black Crystal, and I'm so excited with our cast that we have for this evening. Now, let me tell you, these homies here are not ready for what is in store. And we wouldn't have a fantastic show if it wasn't for our fabulous panelists that we have here in the building. That's right, they are coming correct. Up first, we have our first panelist here, Rye, joining us, looking fantastic, loving the hat, and they understood the assignment. I know they are going to be coming with the hot takes, but I know the only person who comes here with faster fingers is none other than Kira in the building. That's right, the only person I'll allow beat me in video games, you know, every once in a while. I'm so excited they decided to show up today. And of course, we have our favorite token white man. That's right, Chad James here in the building. You may have seen them or know them from the fantastic and famous Death Battle. We actually decided to return to our call, and so excited to have them be here. So thank you for joining us. And of course, last but certainly not least, is none other than a homie of mine and a friend that I'd love to see. Kat is here in the building looking fantastic, and I am so excited to see what they've got in there. Don't worry, you're gonna have to clip that and ship that. Now, you've seen our panelists here, but of course it would not be a game without our two contestants. Now, I wasn't told who our contestants were going to be till 5 minutes before the show, so I'm so excited to see who they're going to be. So you're learning it right now. Our first contestant here is going to be none other than 9 Lives Black Cat here in the building, ready to come correct and ready to see what this game has to take. But of course, there's no competition without your competitor. And I don't know where they found this funny one, but Griff is in the building, and I'm so excited to bully my wife live on air. So thank you for joining us. How about I have both of my contestants come here and talk to y'all for a second? I'm gonna, I let Griff talk a lot first. We're gonna come over to 9 here, baby cakes. Do you like game shows, or are you just doing this because you really thought we were cool, black women, Twitch? What's up? How you feeling?
Yeah, I love game shows. I love black women. I really love game shows, and I love to win, and I hate to lose. Griff, I hate to lose.
Oh, wow. I was not ready for fighting words off the top of the stream. I mean, I know, Griff, you're from Atlanta. Are those fighting words on your block, or is it something else I should know about? Because, I know you don't lose on purpose.
Oh, I don't lose on purpose, but I am familiar with it, except for game shows. So I guess maybe we'll see if that keeps going.
Well, you are a famous game show person. If you've seen some of their series on the Clock app, I'm sure you've seen them around. So I know they're going to come correct and know very much about game shows. But first, before we get into this game, because I'm yapping all the way, let's do a little bit of housekeeping so we can get right into the magic, all right? So I've got to give a big shout out to our Patreon subscribers. Of course, we got to give much love to y'all. Literally none of this would be possible without your consistent support. So thank you all so much for supporting Same Brain and seeing Season 2 blossom and be able to have so many new creators and things on the horizon. I'm thrilled to see that. And if you haven't catched our stuff, that's right, follow us on there to see where we're going on. We have our VODs as well as tons of other features for you. But I think that is more than enough, as my alarm reminds me that we are 30 over. It's time to get into the game. So I think we should bring us into the hot seat. Am I wrong or am I wrong? I don't think I'm wrong. I think I'm right. Let's see what our first game here. All right, y'all. So I've yapped. We've done the things, hosting or whatever, but we need to talk about the game. And I know all of us are probably neurodivergent or have ADHD or both. So I'm going to tell you the rules again, all right? That's right. We're hopping into our hot seat. It's our first segment here on Same Brain. We're going to give you some very hard-hitting questions. Fill in the blank, fill in your thoughts, your hearts, your opinions. All I can say is go with your gut, all right? When these questions come up, I want to see you think and sync, all right? Our contestants, though, the only way you're getting points on the board is if you match your answers with our panelists' answers. So panelists, a lot of things are on the line, all right? Loyalty, I don't know, pride. So see where you lie, think with your heart, and have fun. But I think without further ado, we should get into our first question. Let's see it. Money's tight. Name the first streaming service to go. Right, you look stressed right now. You look like you are reaching here. Talk to me. I need to unpack this.
I'm like, well, I watched this, so no, I don't want to take that off. So which one don't watch? So I'm just like, whoa. But I got to think in sync with y'all. So let me think. Okay, I'm just gonna do it. Okay. I'm sorry, you're probably waiting on me. Okay,
Oh,
there we
you're
go.
good. We are waiting on a couple answers, but it's sounding like we're almost there with everybody locked in. I'm also just going to remind everybody, if you are blasting your headphones like me, because I'm hard of hearing, if you could gently turn down those headphones as to prevent any feedback, that would be gracious. All right, here. Money's tight. Name the first streaming service to go. All right, don't think too hard now. We want to see some points on the board. We don't want to see your brain losing steam. All right, so make sure to lock in your answers on those devices. Once I get that all clear from our game master, and just like that, our answers are locked in. So our first contestants here, I saw 9 at the beginning of this, locking in very quickly. So I'm curious to see what they've put down. All right, money's tight. Name the first streaming service to go. Let's see what our contestants put in. Wow. Okay, so 9 put in Netflix and Griff put in Hulu. All right, I got to hear it. Since this is our first question here, talk me through this, 9. Why Netflix? Because I feel like that's a staple.
Yeah, Netflix did me dirty. So what happens is that if you do not log in for some reason for about 10 months, not even a whole year, Netflix will just delete your entire browsing history. And last summer, the Sailor Moon Crystal movie came out, parts 1 and 2. I had already watched it on another service before, but I went ahead and watched it. I had to pay my Moonies, and then it's gone. They're dead to me. No more Netflix ever again.
Ooh-wee. I would want to be dead to you, not in that term, maybe in another way.
No.
So I'll take that. But I'm curious to see Hulu, Griff. I feel like that's where all the anime is out, and you're just going to pass out on that, or what's up?
Well, I mean, I feel like Netflix is the obvious answer because they do have all of us in a hostage situation. I don't think we can easily decouple from them without doing some illegal sailing on the seas on the internet. So Hulu, to me, I feel like is the most expendable because I think the show I've watched the most on Hulu is trying to figure out where the categories are. It is an impossible app to navigate, and then I was like, oh well, maybe like Max, but that would have to require people to be subscribed to it in the first place, so Hulu felt like the safest bet.
Okay. All right. I'm loving this. Solid answers here. All right, panelists, you've heard our contestants yap about this is how it goes. All right. So you're only going to get them points, though, if your matches are answers that you've submitted. Now, I'm very curious. I saw a lot of faces of concern, people hiding their reactions, but we're going to go in from, order here. So don't think any bias, but I'm going to bring up Rye here and have you tell me what your answer for the first streaming service to go when your pockets are running thin. What did you put?
I put Paramount Plus because I can't cancel Netflix and I can't cancel Hulu because 9, I really thought we were in our Sailor Moon sync there for a minute because Netflix has Sailor Moon and then Hulu has some of it as well. So I was just like, okay, well, not gonna take those away. And I was like, well, what is one that I recently probably did cancel because my mom called me and she was like, what happened to your Paramount Plus? But anyways, that's beside the story. That's why I picked Paramount Plus.
Fair. Listen, some of those P streaming services are 1, 2, 3 gone for me. I can't even remember the names. So a great answer, but unfortunately not a match with our contestants. Let's see if Kira is on the same wavelength here. Again, first question, so lots of room to get those matches. Great try, Rye. But Kira, what did you put here? Money's tight. Name the first streaming service to go.
So I put Netflix. The reason why is because yes, Netflix has a lot of good shows, a lot of good movies, and if you're a wrestling fan, they have Raw, which is on right now. But it's also they always up the price for the membership as well, every year or 2 years or so, and it's hurting my pockets. I'm sorry, that needs to go.
All right. That is, in fact, a match there for 9 on the board with Kira. An unexpected pairing, but I'm loving to see this. I think they might have a little wavelength going on here, but it is the first question, and there's still 2 other panelists here to see some more points on the board. So, Griff, hang in there. Let's head on over to Chad to see what they have to say. All right. So, money's tight. What's the first streaming service to go?
So I was back and forth. I was thinking about Netflix because they cancel every show that's really good after one season, and then sometimes they have those droughts. Then I was like, you know what? Maybe I could do Griff a solid. Maybe we could sync our brains. And so I submitted Max. And as to why, I don't think I can talk about it due to my non-disparage.
I love to see an answer like that on the board. And I think you might not be the only one who can't bid or comment on this answer. So we're just going to leave that there and take a grin to the camera and head on to our next panelist there. No points for that match, but I think that was a great one. You were starting to think in sync there, Chad. I see where the brain was
I
going.
tried.
Good effort. But we're going to head on over to Kat to see what they put down. All right, baby cake. So money's tight. Name the first streaming service in your book to go.
Okay, so the first one that came to mind was Netflix. However, my watch list in Netflix is astronomically longer than Hulu, and the ads on Hulu are diabolical. So Hulu's got to go. It's got to go.
Oh my goodness, is that a match there? Here, Hulu to Hulu. Griff getting a point with Kat here. It is a game on the first question, baby. All right. Everyone feeling a little bit more comfortable now that we see how it plays, how we're vibing here. Okay, all right, getting a lot of thumbs up. All right, then, what are we waiting for? Let's see that next question. What's a website you were definitely too young to be on?
Oh, God. PG-14, right?
Yeah, that's right, 9.
Yeah, I was gonna say. All right.
We live in the realm of innuendos, or perhaps speaking around, if you will. So if you are trying to allude to a specific site that may be a bit explicit for this game show, if you could imply enough for us to understand when you plead your case, we will allow that submission. Though our game master has their eyes peeled, if you say something entirely out of pocket, don't worry, they'll send it right back to you. So keep your eyes peeled on that device, think long and hard, and go with your gut. Like I said, get those answers in there. Let me remind y'all the question again. What is a website you were definitely too young to be on?
I hope my dad's not watching
this. Different
this.
ages here. There is quite a few generations in one scene I'm looking at right now, so I'm very curious to see who we might match with. All right, we are waiting on a couple answers, and some of the answers I've seen are even getting our production crew confused and showing the age gap amongst us behind the scenes. So I'm loving this question already. All right, there we are, just waiting on a couple more responses here. So remember to lock in that answer as soon as we can. We can see what we're working with here when it comes to our responses. The smile on Kat's face got me laughing. I know there's a story to tell. Say when not. Honestly, this question, I didn't think we were going to get this many reactions here, but y'all are cheesing, getting sent back on memory lane. And then you have Kier over here who's Googling, again, every website that shouldn't be accessed by someone underage.
Yeah.
All right, in fact, we do have all of our answers submitted. Let's see what our contestants put in here, all right? What is a website you were definitely too young to be on? Let's see those answers. All right. Okay. We'll go with the one I think most people should know of first. Let's do this one. Let's head on over to Griff. Talk to me. What is your answer here, and why is it Newgrounds, and why were you too young for that?
Oh, because I was in the 3rd grade, and please don't do the math to figure out what my age is. It was like a lot of like mixed media, so it was like a lot of like violent animations and like swearing, and then like violent video games that were all made like in Flash Player by like some guy who like dedicated his entire life to maintaining like a stickman fighting simulator. But again, I don't think any of it was age appropriate, especially considering that the firewall at my school blocked the site. So
anything the school is blocking, is going to be
anything
no.
the school is blocking, it's probably not good. Age appropriate.
Age appropriate, definitely not. Well, if you're like me and you grew up in any of those southern states, there was a lot of websites we weren't allowed to access, like, I don't know, female reproductive systems. So we won't get into it, but I'm telling you, there are a few sites I definitely shouldn't have been on, and Newgrounds was totally one of them. But I'm going to head on over to 9 here to bust this down straight directly to camera on what this answer is here. That is a website you were definitely too young to be on. What did you submit?
Corn slubs. Because there's a place where they put a lot of corn in the same place, and there's a lot of people shucking corn, and You probably at certain ages should not be watching people shucking corn. Dad, I hope you're not watching this. Tune in later.
Oh, that is you were corn shucking at a young age. You know what? We don't shame.
I was curious.
We don't shame, and we don't need to know the age. You just know you shouldn't have been on it, and you know what? That's good enough for us. So I'm loving the censor, and I'm loving how you worked around that PG-14 rating. So those are some fat answers I see on the board there, panelists. I see you shook it. So we're gonna head straight on over to Rye to see what he has put in there. So what is a website you were definitely too young to be on?
I kept going back and forth on this because I was going to do one similar to 9. But then I was like, but me, way back in the day, because I am kind of old, I was like, well, I don't remember websites. The only thing I remember was AOL. So I was just like, the only thing that I could remember that I wasn't supposed to be in was the adult chat room. And I would just like read what they were saying. I was like, ooh, you do it.
Oh my goodness, I'm loving everyone's reactions. Even Griffin shook like, no, absolutely. AOL should have not been accessible to me at a young age. You didn't know who you were hitting up. I see the answer. That is a valid response. Unfortunately, though, I'm not seeing a match when it comes to our contestants here, but great answer. And I think there's a lot of us that probably weren't supposed to be on AOL at a young age. So I think you spoke to my childhood heart there. But we're going to head over to, speaking of the child of the group, Kira, I'm really curious to see what you have put for this answer since you were the last person to submit your response. So, Kira, what's a website you were definitely too young to be on? Which must have been, I don't know, yesterday?
Yo, that's crazy. All right, so growing up, I think it was like when I was 14, middle school. I used to invite my friends over when my mom wasn't here. And Mom, if you're watching this, I know you're upstairs. Don't kill me now. There was this, like, I think at the time, I think Playboy had a website, so we would all go in there and just check out stuff. So yeah, I think that was like that particular website that was just way too
I love how politically correct Kira's saying this, being like, I just don't want to admit that I was corn slobbing at a young age, but like I need to kind of admit that I was indeed fat corn slobbing it to a specific purely curated website, not just any website, but the website. I don't know how our game master is going to feel about this. We do have 2 corn slob matches. It's sounding like we might in fact allow this, since it is in fact the same very realm but slightly different website. So I'm going to give that a point there to 9 for the schlob and the nobbin, or whatever you want to call it there. But let's head on over to our next panelist to see where their childhood brought them on the internet. Chad, I have to talk to you, and you need to put this on for us here, right? So what is a website you were definitely too young to be on?
So first of all, I feel attacked by this question because I was like, I grew up at times without the internet because that's how old I am. And then I had a moment, and it's gonna break Griff's heart. And I'm so sorry because I almost was like, maybe I'll mask it a little bit. Maybe I'll say Newgrounds, even though I was probably of age. But then I didn't, and I answered truthfully. And all I gotta say is Rye, ASL. Because also AOL chat room /AIM. There, we had no business there at all. It was a terrible, terrible place.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh man, not our panelists matching with each other. A tale as old as time. No, unfortunately, the panelists do not have that. But you know, if you're playing along at home, we love keeping count of our panelists matching there and seeing where we could have our would-be people in different positions if there would be. But unfortunately, Chad, you were here on our panelist board, so no matches with our contestants. But I see where you're thinking, and the AOL chat rooms AIM, that was a one-track stop to any world out there. So I see it. All right, here, but we're gonna head on over to Kat because that smile, that grin is plastered. I got to know what your little cat was doing on the interweb. So talk to me. What's a website you were definitely too young to be on?
Okay, so like my counterparts, I was going to put AIM, like the chat rooms, because I was
Yes!
definitely in the chat rooms. I was gonna, but then I started thinking about the other sites that I was also on, you know, MySpace and Zanga and all that stuff, and I went with Black Planet, and I was in, I think I was in like the 4th grade. I didn't need to. I didn't need to be on Black Planet.
Black Planet, I'm seeing some faces. We've got to explain, especially for our young bloods like Kira. What is Black Planet? If you would, I just.
So Black Planet, it was like, so it was kind of like Facebook, but just for Black folks. But it was also like kind of a dating site. But I didn't know that. I'm just thinking like, oh, a place for Black people. And you know, I took my little 4th grade behind over there, and I shouldn't have.
Oh, so you was out here catfishing on Young Black Tinder. That's what you talking about. See, I wasn't gonna say it.
Yeah.
I wanted to see what you would say. All right, now I see.
You know,
what
BK, I
mean.
almost put that one.
You almost. I would have had to put you out there, right? All right. But, we love to see this energy here. Loving y'all cleaning out your closets, okay? Putting it all out there for us to see. Appreciate the trust. But unfortunately, Black Planet, it doesn't cross that line from what I remember, and I shouldn't remember, allegedly. So it is not a point there, but very good answer. I know a lot of you young buds were on those sites where we had a lot of direct messaging and covert dating websites like, I don't know, IMVU, that we shouldn't be on. So very much agree. But unfortunately, not a match. But I think we'll have to take us into our next question. And before we get into our next question, that's right, our third question is in fact our bonus points question.
Ooh.
Yeah, bonus points. I don't think you would be ready for it, but that's why we've got bonus points coming in hot for this next question. All right, bonus points. What are they, if you ask? Well, if you subscribe to our Patreon, that's right, only our subscribers can get in on this poll action that directly influences and impacts the game. Right in the middle of our Heart Seat segment, we are adding a bonus points question. If you match your answer, contestants, with our surveyed subscribers, you in fact get additional points from that match. So not only are you trying to match with our panelists for this question, you are also trying to match with our cast. Our subscribers there. So take a minute, breathe, because this one is going to be a doozy. And we're going to get into our next question. All right. Let's see what that next question is. When I run out of toilet paper, I use blank instead.
Pandemic was a sad time.
I know we've all have had this issue. Sometimes the going gets rough and the rough gets going. So I'm very curious to see what you all have to say here as we are being very, how do you say, open and intimate, if you will, talking about one of those things that I feel like only some of your closest friends and families really get into these types of conversations.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, okay. I'm seeing there some nods, like Chad, you look shooketh. Are you confident on this
It's
answer,
not gonna.
or-
I'm being honest, so it's gonna. Oh God, it's not gonna be great.
Oh, I'm being honest. We love honesty here on Same Brain. Any question that can get you to actually speak from personal experience, that means we did the question right. So to see Griff's face actually build up a slight sweat to decide whether or not she's going to in fact admit this live on air is probably my sweetest treat from this year. So Griff, are you confident on your submission here, or are you a little nervous since you are down in points?
Well, I was 50-50 between what I actually put and getting it done bear style, but I'm way more confident in my actual answer.
Okay, interesting. All right, well, we'll have to see how it goes there. I don't know. Again, this panel has been very across the board, like a variety, which is good. It's honestly intended. We want to see different backgrounds and perspectives. The fine tuning, the same braining is the hard part here. And we've seen some matches come out of the tuck, so I'm curious to see what this question is here. So I'm just going to check in with our game master to make sure we have at least those answers locked in. And as we confirm, I'm again super curious. The facial expressions are just getting me so shooketh. Like, Nine, you were staring. You disassociated with your answer. That's I think how confident you were on it. You said, "That's it. I'm saying it. I'm saying it with my chest."
Yes, there's a very logistical reason behind it too. So
Okay. All right. You know what? Let's see what the logistical reason is. Let's reveal these contestants' answers. When I run out of toilet paper, I use blank instead. Wow. Wow. There are two different types of people here. Two different entirely types of people. I really wasn't going to pick on each of our contestants this episode. I was actually going to completely disregard their answers, go straight to our panelists. But every time I have to call y'all out. So I'll go with the one that should be the right answer, Nine. I mean, I don't get to play. But talk to me. Ain't no TP. What's next?
This is the thing. When you are stuck in that bathroom, you're like, shoot, I forgot. Let alone if you were stuck in the bathroom at home and there's also no Kleenex because that's too fancy to do with. If you have to waddle from one place to another, the TP and the paper towels are often kept in the same location. God forbid you don't have paper towels, but usually you have one or the other. So logistically, it might be a little rough going, but I'm going to use a paper towel.
I get it. Listen, I agree with you. I'm not opposed to it. I think that is the right answer. Now let's actually go over to Griff, though, who just called us all poor live on air. Griff, explain to me where you found this money and why are you hiding it from me, where you can in fact own said device instead of toilet paper. Explain your answer here.
Right. No, I mean, well, first of all, you love my bidet. Second of all, as someone who's had to tell people that they can get 30% off of a bidet by going to hellotissue.com and putting in code for whatever podcast I was on, that's the only thing at the top of my mind to do if you don't have toilet paper, is use a bidet. Also, they're not that expensive. They're like $30 online.
$30, and you don't know what chemicals they're shooting inside the water.
It's
up your
water.
derriere.
What do you think they use to bleach the toilet paper? Trees aren't that color.
You're telling me things I shouldn't know. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I'm going to pretend I didn't learn that fact that they are using that on my toilet paper. I didn't realize paper is not white. I should have known. We're going to go on over to our first panelist here while I have an existential crisis on what I use to wipe my ass and see what Raya's actually put in here for their response. Okay? Talk to me. When I run out of toilet paper, I use blank instead.
Well, bidet was totally not in my head. Like, I don't have that money either. my next thought, well, because I didn't think of bidet, but anyways, I thought, okay, well, pandemic, wet wipes. But then I was like, wait, a lot of people don't want to spend money on wet wipes and they don't want to spend money on the expensive tissues. So I was just like, well, paper towels. I just went to paper towels because I knew that'd probably be the least expensive, and I felt like I'm getting on Nine's level now.
Yes, we get the Moon Tiara action.
Yes.
Yes, that is in fact a match there. Paper towels, a paper teasies on the board. 9 killing it with this lead. Let's see what our panelists say if they can keep the lead there. Or is Griff going to come in hot with all of the rich money mommy warbucks that all of our panelists have to have on our derrieres? Anyway, Kira, talk to me here. When you run out of toilet paper, you use blank instead. What did you submit for us?
All right. Before I say this, I'm gonna tell you this right now. Pandemic, I had it rough. I had it rough. So I had no paper towels. I had no toilet tissue. Nothing.
No.
So, and mind you, I'm stuck. I'm literally in the bathroom, stuck like this, wondering what the hell should I do. And then the first thing I see in my view, the first thing I see was a bath towel. So use the bath towel.
Do you still have that bath towel?
No, hell no.
You have to burn and cremate that bath towel. Absolutely. There's no way that's how seen the light of day again if you're using that on your behind. I love the answer. Appreciate the vulnerability, Kira. You're getting some stars on my book. But unfortunately, not a match here with our contestants. But love the vulnerability. Let's move on over to Chad to see what their answer is.
Do we?
Yeah, we do, Chad. You ran out of
Okay.
TP. Toilet paper's gonzo.
So-
Instead, what do you got?
Well, I appreciate everyone's like macro thinking of this. Like, oh, when the house is out, like, what do you buy? Nah, when you said that, I went straight into the moment that I'm sure we've all been in, where you're like, I think there's enough toilet paper left, to do my business. And then you realize that's not the case. And then you're like, well, I don't want to get up and walk. Like, that's going to be awkward and feel terrible. It's, God.
Chad.
So, look, when you're in that scenario, if I had a bath towel on hand, that would have been my choice, okay?
Oh, no.
But instead, I was like, oh, what are my options? And I'm like, well, there's the trash right there. And there are tissues in the trash that were used for other reasons. Like, clean something up real quick. And then I'm like, maybe someone blew their nose. And then I was like, all right, let's find the good parts that haven't been used. And then we'll tear those up to create our own. And then, get it done with, okay?
There's no way you did not get that on your hand.
Pandemic, and I couldn't buy toilet paper, paper towels, napkins.
You made a chimera. You made a chimera of toilet paper. Big brother, what did you do?
I MacGyvered toilet paper in the moment.
Use the roll.
Chad, I'm gonna pray for you, buddy. I'm gonna pray for you.
Oh my
God. Oh my God.
So there you have it.
Oh my
What?
God.
Neither of you chose that as your answer? Why?
No. I can't believe you got Cat crying, Kira's clenching, Rye's shaking their head, Griff is in arms, Nine is like, ain't no way. I have never had an answer.
I didn't use the used part, so it was technically environmentally conscious.
You know what? In this day and age, I might have to give you a little bit on that one. Reduce, reuse, recycle. That's not what they taught me though in that class. I'm still trying to figure that part out. I love the answer, but unfortunately, that's actually worse than paper towels. So no points for that answer, Chad. But I again really appreciate the vulnerability. Thank you for being
Happy to be honest.
Let's on over to Kat to see what their answers. Take a moment here, all right, Kat. When you run out of TP, when your toilet paper is gone, you use blank instead.
I just want to say, I imagined Chad making a collage of little corners of used. No, oh my God. The only answer, the only answer is paper towels. There's nothing else is an option. Nothing. And then if you're out of paper towels, use the roll. There's nothing else is an option.
So you're saying, and no paper towels, you using the cardboard? Is that what I just heard? I just want to make sure I understood you correctly.
But it's still the tree, it's still paper. It's still paper. You just got
don't get a splinter in that.
It's got a little
booty.
bite. It's got a little bite in it. Sometimes, but not that desperate.
In some places, they use corn cobs. So
corn cobs. See, I have a different interpretation of what a corn anything is because of you, Nine. So we're just gonna refrain from corn anything from now on. But you're not wrong. All right, to each their own, and they use different products in different places. But here in this unfortunate U.S. of A, I'm learning so much about you all that I did not want to know. But this was in fact a bonus points question, right? So Nine, you've got quite a few points on the board here. We want to see if you're actually able to match with our Patreon subscribers. Are there any bonus points for our contestants? Let's see what the top response was for that bonus points answer. See, holding. Paper towel was in fact the top answer there. That is crazy. Can we take a look at the breakdown there of responses? Is there tissues in the trash even on there?
Please, clearly.
Underwear. Tissue is actually one of them, but not from the trash. Underwear is wild, and I'd rather a rag than that. But paper towel unanimously sounds like is the right answer there. I don't know. Again, Griff, maybe we all are poor. Thank you for reminding us on my show.
Well, I don't have paper towels in my bathroom.
Well, again, I it's fine. To each their own. Paper towels in the building. Mad points. Heading over to 9. Griff, you're lucky the Game Master's letting me get into another question here because you're going to need this next one, all right? Buckle up, y'all, okay? All right, let's see what that next question is. Name a recent historical event you know books will get wrong. That's right. Name a recent historical event you know the history books will get wrong.
Oh, do I go for funny or factual?
I know, right?
Yeah, I messed up already.
I can't
I know
do
this is a tough one. Our game master is being very specific. I'm going to just read it one more time to help y'all. If you're a little worried about timeline, right? Think about it. Name a recent historical event you know history books will get wrong.
Oh,
It's a hard one.
What's history?
all right.
All right, here. I'm seeing everybody locking in here, waiting on tight. I am loving this. It sounds like, though, all of our answers are in. Okay. Whew, this one's going to be a doozy. I'm very curious to see here. Everyone's silence on this submission, which means they're going to be juicy answers. All right. So, just as a reminder, the question was name a recent historical event you know history books will get wrong. Let's see what our contestants put. Ooh. We have 9 here with the K-Dot Super Bowl. And in fact, am I reading this? Griff, what is your answer?
It's January 6th.
January 6th. Okay. Enough said. All right. Love these. Good answers. Good answers across the board. Actually, answers I think don't need explanations. I've never in my life of Same Brain had answers speak for themselves. So let's just get straight into our panelists here because these are 2 different sides of the spectrum. One very culturally aware and the other also very culturally aware. Hold on. Let's head on over to Rye there. Name a historical event you know history books will get wrong. Talk to me.
Well, I thought literally history, like when I was in school, when I'd open a book and read about, and history was my least favorite subject. And to me, it was a little bit boring, but I went literal. I feel like they would get and over exaggerate the Trump administration. So I felt like they would make it all glitters and rainbows and butterflies when it's not. So that's what I put.
Very,
that's my
very
thought
well.
process.
Listen, you are locked in. I'm glad you were tapped in with the truth here, and this is very hard to find or ascertain on fortunately, Trump's internet when it was Beyonce's. I don't know when that happened, and you're right. If they can forget that it was Beyonce's internet, they're absolutely getting the history books wrong. But unfortunately, the administration is not just a single day on a calendar, so it is not a match with our January 6th, but very close to that wavelength there, seeing where you're thinking, and a very great answer there, but unfortunately no points on the board. We're gonna have to head on over to Kira to see what they have to say. All right, again, our young blood of the group. I would curious to see what historical event you know history books will get wrong.
I would say the COVID outbreak. Mainly like all the stuff that happened around COVID, like the looting and the riots and all that stuff. I feel like certain history books might get it wrong, or they might leave out some parts. So yeah, that's my answer.
I love how sweet and earnest you said that too, from the heart, because like I really do feel like they were gonna sensationalize that in the history, but the history book gonna write about COVID like it's World War Z, which also got the source material wrong. So we got a lot of things going here, and I think you're right. That panorama is not going to be articulated correctly in them books, especially with this Rise Answer Trump administration. We're really getting in some territory that is not going to be accurately written and conveyed. But I know let's go to the next person who's totally going to give me a point on the board. Let's go to our white token for this answer here on this historical event that we know history books will get wrong, as one of the only people out of this group who might be represented in said books. Please, pray tell, what was your answer?
So first of all, I've learned that if I come back on the show, Ryan and I need to be like, because I almost put Trump administration, just so you know. But then I was like, but what specifically about that? And I hope this is not the case, because the last thing I want is that person putting any more marks on history. So I also, though, said January 6th. So Griff,
let's
got
go.
one.
Hey!
Wow. Says in fact a match there. Wow, we got the J6 in the building, Chad, with a match. And you know, I guess you don't look like you'd be there on January 6th, so we'll allow you.
You
to have
guess?
That. We love you, Chad. Thank you for being a good sport and a great answer, because again, it is somehow up for debate what happened, but not for us here. And that's why it's a great answer and in fact points on the board. So we're gonna head on over though to Kat, because there's still a potential point gain here for this question. So Kat, talk to me. What is a recent historical event you know those history books are gonna get wrong?
So I immediately put my answer in, and then I realized maybe I should have given it some more thought, but it's fine. We're doubling down. I put Drake's demise, aka the Super Bowl performance.
Yes!
So there it
Yes,
is.
in fact, that is a great answer. And our game master, in fact, agrees. Because let's be honest, that Super Bowl performance, as revolutionary as it was also seated in deep, deep Drake demise. So we're going to give a point for
Wait,
that.
hold on. I would like to defend myself. I feel like Drake's demise was a multi-month event that occurred over several different things, from June down to the Super Bowl that we all experienced a couple of weeks ago. And I feel like it is a microcosm of an event within something, much like J6 was a microcosm of an event within the Trump administration.
Right.
I'm gonna back you up on that.
So no points.
Wait, Griff,
no
can you
points
state your
across the
claim
board.
here? What are you implying with that statement here? What are you implying?
I feel like I should get like a half point for Rye's answer.
Oh,
I feel
all
like
right.
my answer was
I'd say full
general.
point.
Like,
General?
whoa.
Wait.
Hold,
Wait. I would say this though, like
Yes?
it's not really a month, like a monthly thing that happened between Drake and Kendrick. I feel like this went on for years. So
Okay, well,
so like,
Yeah, but you know, I just want to say I'm with Griff. Stop the steal. Give him the point.
You were doing so well.
I'm calling up Georgia right now, and you just need 11,000 votes. Can you find those for me?
See, mine specifically was because I believe that the Super Bowl will be misremembered, but accurately, as Drake's funeral. He's done. He's done. So
you said it with your chest, 9. Well, I'm getting the, in fact, final confirmation. Not me. I'm not the game master. I don't get to make these calls. The game masters, in fact, told me that the case has been accurately made. In fact, we will be giving the point to Griff for the Trump administration. Same brain wavelength. Y'all, we're in the same realm. A historical event is a hard question. And if we're gonna allow Drake's demise to count for the Super Bowl, then we gotta let the Trump admin fit in there. So that is an extra point on the board, making this a close game. Let's see if our game master lets us sneak in one more hot seat question here. I think we have time for it if we can do it quick, all right? There it is. Here we go, our final hot seat question. So go big or go home on this.
Come on, Ray.
Here it is. You won't believe it. Barbie's latest job is blank.
Oh, I know this. Wait, are we talking about the actual job or like locking in?
The choice is yours. You won't believe it. Barbie's latest job is blank. Don't overthink it here. Have fun. This is a nice little, a little candy treat, if you were a little dessert of a question, if you will. Here, have fun with this one here.
9.
I'm trying. I probably. I was thinking too factual.
That's all right here. We're just waiting on some last minute responses to get submitted. I see chat going crazy on this
I'm
one.
thinking.
This is a fun one.
Kira's giggling.
I'm trying to see how bad to be. It's like...
All right, as long as we are within our PG-14 explicit parameters, you can allude to as much as you'd like.
Okay.
All right, you won't believe it. You will not believe it. Barbie's latest job is blank. With all of our answers in, let's see what our contestants had to say about this question. Okay.
Oh.
We have 9's answer. Barbie's latest job is video game developer, progressive. We love to see it. Barbie's latest job for Griff, though, is off model.
Yeah, equally progressive. Equally love to see it. And I would believe that her latest job is a video game developer because she's been an engineer before and she's worked in IT. There's not much that Barbie hasn't done, which is why I think that being your only friendship model is a next pivot for her, because you know she has the following, she's got the notoriety, like people are and like, you know, just like so many before her, she's gonna make that pivot.
Wow. Okay. Well, listen, I don't disagree with you. Listen, the OnlyFans is the way to go, is what I'm seeing, and I like that answer. I think it's a natural progression. She's already doing great on YouTube. What's stopping her from monetizing her platform with other subscriptions? So we're gonna head over to our panelists, unless you have a little more hot takes to say about this.
Well, no, everyone's making like a weird face, but like you can do DJ Khaled's on there. You can do whatever you want on there.
Don't assume OnlyFans is rude. You're weird.
A lot of assumptions right now.
No, it used to be at the beginning. It was everybody, and then it got a specialty.
Bella, what's her face? Bella ruined it for everybody.
Bathwater.
Listen, Griff said it. We were all thinking it. Let's head on over to Rye, though, to see if they are going to have a same brain here on this question there, all right? So, Rye, you won't believe it. Barbie's latest job is blank.
I could have sworn 9 you said Rye. And I was like, okay, I got you. And then you went somewhere else. And I was like, what happened? And so I put Barbie's next job as being a magical girl. Oh, what? Where did the desync go?
I was so close. I thought that was a natural progression there. And I do think we haven't seen a magical girlified Barbie, because I know her fit would eat if we saw a real one. And you would have it in your background right next to your Sailor Moon model right there.
Yeah,
So.
I would.
But unfortunately, not a video game developer for Barbie's latest job, but a great role I'd love to see her in. And being a magical girl is a full-time job. I don't care what you say. But let's head on over to Kira to see what their answer is here. All right, Kira, I don't know if you've ever heard of Barbie, seen a Barbie, or had one other than that movie that you took your ex-girlfriend to. So I'm curious, Kira, you won't believe it. Barbie's latest job is blank.
All right, so I put podcasting. Why? Because
podcasting.
Why? Because everybody has one, and plus, like, since you know she has her own podcast, she can literally tell about her own stories, and some stories that we haven't heard, and some stories you have heard.
I love how
You
thoughtful
know,
this was.
Mainly for her to tell off her experiences.
Her experiences of being a
With
real
Ken.
girl. Oh, with Ken. Oh, so you're saying it's a relationship podcast. Oh, boy.
Call me Barbie, yeah.
Call me Barbie.
Call her Barbie, yeah.
Well, she does have a vlog series. I feel like podcasting is the next natural progression. Quick, Kira, what's the name of Barbie's latest podcast?
I don't know. Ask her.
That's crazy. Well, you can find her on
That's its
whatever
name.
the link is on YouTube. Hashtag not sponsored, but Barbie, call us. We're here. I love that. It's close to OnlyFans, but not exactly it there. That is a monetization model, but not a specific page or Patreon model. So no match there, but we're going to head on over to Chad to see what they said. All right, Chad, talk to me. Barbie's latest job is blank.
So first of all, well, not specifically a magical girl. This is how Death Battle has broken my brain. I've repped Barbie before. She has tons of magic. She's been a superhero. She literally has brought light and all the stars back to our entire universe. She's ludicrously powerful and has held down like every job you could think of. Except for, I will say, Griff has the best answer. Like, absolutely incredible. That is absolutely the next step. Wish I had thought of it. But instead, I was like, well, you know, maybe it's close enough because a lot of us have also done that. My pitch was unemployed Rooster Teeth employee.
Wait, what?
Barbie's next job is unemployed, so she can be just like every other girl in America.
Yeah.
I think that technically matches Kira's answer. as a currently unemployed Rooster Teeth employee.
I love the lines here. I love the crossover, but unfortunately not a same brain when it comes to our game. But I'm loving the creativity and thinking outside of the box, which Barbie would applaud. So we're gonna head on over though to Kat to see what her answer is here. All right, you won't believe it. Barbie's latest job is blank.
Okay, so we all know Barbie can be anything, right? And so can we. Yeah. So in honor of Black History Month, I said Barbie's latest job is a black job. Yep. Yes.
I love this. I love this.
Oh, it
I'm
just
sorry.
sorry, I thought this was a trap, and I'd be like, "Are you waiting for someone to say what that is?" I'm not touching it.
Smart man, beautiful man. And this is gorgeous. This is excellent. This is a great answer. Honestly, our production comms are going crazy right now. We are in shambles. We were not ready for this response. Oh my God, Kat, I see. I'm picking up what you're putting down. I
You see
really
the vision?
am. I seen it. But unfortunately, it's not a match when it comes to our book. Not a match for points on this last one here. But y'all brains has unlocked here at the end of our hot seat segment. And I'm loving that we are vibing here. So we are going to have to, though, take a quick moment to get into our community updates. That's right. We have community updates before we get into our rapid fire game segment. So let's take a look at those. All right, here. So, community, what's good with it? What's popping? How you doing? We got a couple things to talk about, as in Patreon tiers, baby. Look what we got in store for you. We got Fat Daddy Patreon tiers up in the building. So if you're not already a subscriber, you might want to consider it. We have some amazing things we offer you, from custom promo shout-outs to digitally signed posters monthly, as well as hangout hours with the crew. So be sure to get in on that if you want to support, a Black women created, owned, founded game show on Twitch like this with fabulous cast. This is the way to do it. And of course, we have two other things to get through very quickly here. That's right. In fact, our casting call is still open. Last call for casting call for this season. That's right, this season too. We have other seasons, hopefully, if you support us on Patreon. So if you think you can be up here on the stage with our panelists, now's your chance. Check out our socials. Those links are there for you to shoot your shot. All right, want to see you up here. See if you can same brain. And of course, we do have to promote our next episode. We've got a little weird bi-weekly cadence, so we want to make sure you can mark your calendars and make sure you RSVP to our next episode. That's going to be Monday, March 10th at 8 p.m. Eastern if you want to get in on the next episode of Same Brain here on Same Brain TV. But I think that's going to be it for our community updates. We can't wait to see you around. Let's get into our rapid fire segment. Y'all, let's get into it. All right, here we go. Rapid fire segment. Now, we've had fun with Hot Seat. We've all gotten to know each other. We've learned a little bit too much personal detail, and we've resonated on a couple things. I think we've linked in and have shared wavelengths, but now's the time to see who you're locked in with, who you're going to share the same brain with, right? That is going to be for our rapid fire segment here. Now, each of our contestants are going to pick one of the panelists to be their partner, their pair, into this segment where it is our rapid fire round. We'll be giving a series of this or that questions for you to hit. Our panelists are stoked because only one of them for each contestant will be going in there. So let's talk to our contestants to see who they have been thinking or having in mind now that we've made it through some matches, some unmatches, some vibes, just Mitch here. But as we look at the score, there it is. In fact, 9 has the points up. 9 will be the first on their device to lock in who their partner is going to be for that rapid fire segment. So I'll give them a second while Griff has a moment to think. I mean, it's going to be rough here with 9 going first. You will be down a potential option. So think long and hard about who you're going to have here. We'll make sure we get those submissions in. All right, here, 9, sounds like you have locked in your answer here. So we'll pull up our panelists, see their reactions as 9. You tell us, who have you picked to be your partner into our rapid fire segment?
Okay, first of all, I just want to say, Rai, I saw your Instagram. It's amazing. And I was wanting this magical girl action between you and I to happen. I'm so sad that it did not. Maybe in another multiverse. But I did notice. Yes, yeah. But I did notice that I have a lot in common with our diversity hire, Chad. So I went ahead and picked him.
Oh, all right.
Oh my gosh. So in fact, 9 is going to partner up with, quote, diversity hire Chad for our rapid fire segment. An unexpected selection, but some wavelengths were very much shared throughout the hot seat. So I'm excited to see that pair go together. All right, Griff, this also might have been a little bit of sabotage on Nine's part, knowing you two have an RT connection, taking Chad right out of the potential partner pool for you. Ooh! So, even 9 admitting it, Griff, as you look on your device there, let's make sure you submit and select in who your partner is going to be for this rapid fire segment. All right, there. We'll see. Take a look at our panelists here with Chad out of the running for this. Griff, tell us who you are taking in to this rapid fire segment.
Well, I felt like my safest bet would probably be the person who caught me on the board with my first point, so I chose Kat.
Let's go. All right, so Griff and Kat coming in hot together. I think y'all hit almost some right answers between vibes, and the points where it mattered is sometimes a good sign of someone to lock it in there. So I like this, huh? 9, maybe your strategy might have not been super foolproof. We'll have to see. I won't have the results. But, I figured, same brain. We like to make this difficult. We love being difficult. So not only are you only going to take one of these partners into that round, you're also going to have to wager. That's right. We, in fact, have bidding here during this segment to add it. So here it is. Let me buzz it down for you for what our bidding entails, all right? So your hot seat points, you are locked in. We will not touch those points you earned in the first segment. However, the potential points you're going to earn in the rapid fire segment are going to be wagered, all, half, or none. Depending on our contestants, they will lock in those wagers on their devices. We will reveal them after the rounds have gone through there. So you are going to be bidding whether or not you think you will win that segment. How well do you think you're going to do now knowing the pairs and partners and the synergy, all right? But once we get that confirmation of those locked in.
Yes.
All right.
This is it. This is beautiful.
I'm
It's
ready.
sounding like we've got our pairs and our wagers locked in. So let's head over to our first pairing. That's right. It's going to be 9 and Chad for our rapid fire segment here. All right, loves and baby cakes. Are y'all ready? Because once we start that timer, it is a timer to go. You will have 30 seconds to answer as many this or that questions as possible. Lock those in on your device. Try to think in sync because all those points are going to be crucial here for our additional bonus round. Can I get that thumbs up if we're both good to go?
Yeah.
All righty, here,
Right.
buckle up, buttercups. We are going to start it. Let's see if y'all can think in sync. Let's run that rapid fire. Call or text? Vacation or staycation? Shonen or
Fire
shoujo?
through. Oh, okay.
Olivia Rodrigo
sinking
or
a hope.
Sabrina
Oh,
Carpenter?
Okay.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, gosh.
Crash Bandicoot or Spyro? High School Musical or The Cheetah Girl?
Oh, I guess.
Mage or Barbarian?
Oh, okay.
Teen Titans or Teen Titans Go?
Oh, come on.
We only got 3? No, I thought.
No!
My God, 3?
I really
I could have
tried.
swore with the energy and the synergy it would have been more than that. What was going on here?
I was very honest.
I don't. Can, what? Huh?
So Olivia or
shaken.
Sabrina?
So I had a moment there because then I was like, I got locked for a second, and then I was like, I probably would, if I chose to listen, would have chose Sabrina, but then I thought like when my daughter was into Olivia, so I chose that. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, because Rye has something to say from those matches there. So let's see what Rye got to say
All right.
about this, because I'm curious.
9, and
Hi,
that
Rai.
is what you get for not going with your first instinct because we would have got all of them right. I'm just saying.
sorry. I'm sorry. All stars? All stars?
All stars. I'll be there.
Oh my goodness. See, talk your ish, right? That's what I'm talking about. Stay your claim, because sometimes these are no-brainers. And you should have stuck it with your gut 9 there. 3 is respectfully pretty low from what we normally see our rapid fire here. So
I had to give
it's-
Griff a shot.
Oh, there you go.
Oh my God, that one hurt the gut across the building. It's going to be down to the wagers and or performance of our second pair. So 9, Chad, I'm
9.
going to let you have a break. Unless you've got
Yes.
something to say real quick,
I
Shaq, 'cause
just
you
want
look
to
like
say,
you're
Nine,
geared up.
I appreciate it. I really did try. And thank you all
know.
for giving me the opportunity to be the DEI person here before they get rid of it in the administration. So thanks. I did my
Get your
best.
severance check in the mail. It's okay.
We love the good vibes, the good support here, but we're going to hang on for our first pair. We're going to head on over to our second pair. That's right. It's going to be Griff and Kat headed into their rapid fire segment. All right. So I'm going to do the same spiel. Like I said, it is go time. Once I say go and run that timer, it will be 30 seconds to answer as many this or that questions as you can. Can I get that thumbs up if y'all good to go? Any final words before you head into that? Because I don't know. It's not a very high score to beat, Griff. So how y'all feeling?
See?
We'll see. We'll see.
I'm feeling optimistic.
All right. I understand it. See, black women like not trying to jinx it. I understand. So we're going to let that ruminate and we're going to get right into that rapid fire segment. Let's run that timer, Game Master. Sneakers or sandals? Fortnite or Apex? Sushi or burger?
Oh.
LeBron or Kobe? Juneteenth or 4th of July? Left or right side of the bed? PlayStation or Xbox? Magic or tech? Baseball caps or beanie? Lakes or...
Oh my God. Well, it was close.
Oh my God. Holy cow. Look at this. Insane 8 matches is honestly some of the highest scoring we've seen here on Same Brain for the rapid fire segment. You are the highest tier of matches. All right. So this is really going to be down to the wagers. So I'm going to let the game do the math because I am way too gay to do that. And let's see what our contestants wagered here. Okay, this is going to be Ed. Let's see. 9 wagered half, and Griff, in fact, wagered all. Griff won the rapid fire segment, getting extra points. This is going to be insane. Let's see the full winner here. That is, in fact, 9 loses the points. This is an insane comeback of the century. Is that what I'm seeing? For the love of God, holy moly, those points would look like I've rigged it, but in fact, I have not. Griff is our Same Brain winner for this episode of Same Brain. Griff, I have to know. Talk to me, baby. How you feel here? Cut your promo. Tell them what's up. Put 9 in their place because they was talking smack at the start of the show.
You know, when I saved that baby goat that was actually a satyr in the middle of the forest, and he said that he just promised me one wish, and I said I wish that I could be the winner of every single game show that I was a part of, I didn't think it was ever going to come in handy. But as of today, it's come in handy about 4 times. So, hey, if you see a baby goat struggling in the woods, help him out. Just might be a satyr.
Okay, we love to see you here. And we got to give some big ups to Kat for being that partner pick, coming in there and getting you those points to take the lead. We love to see this synergy. That is one heck of a win and one serious game. Again, we said the game isn't over till it's Jover. That's right, it took the rapid fire segment here to see who was the true winner, even after all of the hustle and bustle of the hot seat here. 9, you got something to say. I'm going to let you say it because you don't put up a crazy effort. Talk to me.
I do. I just want to say that, Kat, I am very disappointed in you for this cat-on-cat violence. It was unnecessary, and that's all.
And honestly, it feels as though you left a cat on the street in the wild. But again, Griff saved a cat off the streets, and that's what happens.
Oh, maxed out animal handling. Let's go.
Let's go. So let's give it up for, in fact, our fantastic winner. That's right. Again, Griff is the winner of this episode of Same Brain, but it could not be a game if it wasn't for both of our contestants here. So we have to give it up for 9 Lives Black Cat for coming in for a fantastic here competition, sending it, and bringing in a game Give it up for our contestants here. And of course, our panelists. Could not be a game without them. That's right. In fact, our panelists are the reason even points were on the board. So let's give much love to everyone who came here for us today. I have to give a big ups for Rye. That's right. We also have Kira here in the building as well. Chad being a fantastic good sport on our month of all months. We have to give much love to them as well. And got to give it up for the champion, bringing in that underdog Cat in the building here for those hot takes and making such a well-rounded panelist group here. Much love to Nines. Of course, our contestants have given so much love and appreciation here. We've got to give it up to our crew as well. Thank you so much, everyone, when it comes to our moderators, when it comes to our community management, the people behind the scenes, our producers, our switchers, everybody who makes Same Brain possible. And of course, you, our Patreon subscribers, for making the show even possible. We want to thank you. And last but certainly not least, everyone in chat watching and hanging out with us at home. We love to have you here. But unfortunately, that is going to be it for us. I am Black Crystal, and this was Same Brain. We'll see you next time.